Natan once again flies over to the Lanadon for us to join him. Here, Ken and Flick on the same heroes. It's the Joy up against the Lancelot.
Yep, the Jawhead, it excites me to see that we're finally gonna see another Jawhead back here in MSC, and the way it can just potentially be the source of surprise and set up here for Corinthians, because it suits their playstyle so well. Like Luis and Hesu, so long as they just don't get too far away. Oh, that's the cute passive.
Cute, very cute.
I mean, it bounces like.
Yeah, that's going to be a big problem, by the way, for Mythic Seal if they go Badang. That's why I wasn't really too big of a fan of the Badang. You go in, you get bounced back. Oh, that's actually a win for Corinthians.
Oh, one hit is all they need to get the kill onto Boye, but still, he's able to walk out. And imagine not even using the flicker during that moment. He was just too confident that he wouldn't fall down.
Patient. Oh man, Rhapsody shots.
Okay, he might have to go home now because Flick is nearby. Uses the Thorn. Rolls! But yet again, Corinthians, for the second time in a row, lacking just a single hit to secure first blood.
But it's still worth it. You bait out Flicker for Red Tree. I'll take it any day. Considering, again, that Red Tree will be up by the time the turtle spawns in the game. So they really don't lose anything for making that play happen. Great moves from Zippy to stay alive, but it is still Corinthians who have the lead. And it's probably safe to say that Upa is going to win this lane even harder now.
Oh, Thorn Rose doesn't connect onto Nico. But you can see how well Corinthians are actually controlling the river side in this game so far. They're not allowing Mythic Seals to be the ones to set things up. Curtain Call was already used onto Kun, by the way. So that's an ultimate already down for Corinthians, but they still might want to go for this nonetheless. Luis flickers in, decides to go for Kun. Is that the right decision though? Fury of the Phoenix also committed as well. SOD will not land onto anyone just yet. And look at the sustain coming in from Kun. Actually takes down Luis instead, even though he was the one who tried to set things up first.
But it's Luis for Kun, worth it for Corinthians, especially because they're going to get this turtle for free. Ken is nowhere near, and Boye cannot get that fist fast enough. Zippy, though, actually finds a pretty good trade. Upa staying a bit too long, I would say, around the turtle, and that gives Mythic Seal at least something to trade back with.
Yeah, this isn't that smooth of a start for Ken, though, if you were to compare it to the previous game, wherein it felt like he was just on track, on timing when he was trying to secure his farm. So far, it feels like they're doing a great job at denying him of that. Even just when he wanted to take that Little Wanderer, you could see how Luis makes his presence felt, and now even Flick.
Yeah. I really like this build, by the way, from Frost La Neve. The tenacity with the Inspire here. It's safe, and that's all you need to do technically in this game, right? You're just playing in the back line with Upatizi. You're acting as a sort of peel with your passive. So whenever you're around Upatizi, anyone who walks up and initiates will be thrown back so far away, and it will give safety for everyone in the back line. So now it's a slow game, as expected here with these two drafts. It really comes down to trades, especially with the Moskov picked up and no Irithel. Waiting for the next neutral objective, 45 seconds.
It's been very, very slow if it's just that. They tried to go for Hesu, though, force out the Vengeance and Curtain Call. I don't know if that'll be much because he still has quite some time to wait for that cooldowns before the next objective. But Corinthians, it seems like they're planning to go for something else. It's not Boye, actually. Flix finds Nico and tries to go for him instead. But because of that disconnect, it seems like Luis will get punished now. There was a change of target, and that might not have been the best decision.
They got confused, and Kun is now the one winning lane. That is, winning by that much is interesting, dude. Like, look at Kun zoning Hesu completely away, and this should be a free turtle over with Hesu being so low, but at least... Never mind, I thought it was going to be a trade. Upa! Almost.
They've been here for like majority of the game. He did give out some energy shields to Zippy, but now it seems like he got way more.
Way too slow.
Than Zippy in this game. So now it feels like Corinthians might willingly be letting go of this hurdle, or they might be entrusting it to Flick and Hesu because they have other things in mind, but they no longer will contest. They just allow Upatizi to secure the turret instead.
Corinthians have just been playing so smart. SOD lands.
Oh, are they gonna fight?
Doesn't look like they need to. They will take it just for a faster rotation. Yeah, Corinthians, they're just playing it so smart. Even there, they didn't want to go for the engage. They're just playing it super disciplinedly, playing super intelligently. Hesu, caught in a bad spot, has the Vengeance, will use it. It's a turn for Turtle, so I would actually say it's worth it for Corinthians.
Yeah, they're probably banking on the idea that it will work best, considering that they're with a Zichen mid, if they get to include Upa TZ in the rotation, so they have a bit more of damage source whenever they try to go for the setup. But Flick, oh, he might just actually be taken down here. He wasn't supposed to be there, and look at that, this crack combo coming in from Boye. Louis is next to fall. But Corinthians, they're doing their best to hold on this mid lane turret.
You hate to see the puncture get cancelled, or even the puncture missing straight out. Flick had no way to escape. The Phantom Execution could have been a way to jump and to run. But remember, Mythic Steel have a ton of very small displacements that make it very difficult for Lancelot to pop the Phantom Execution. Mainly, that shoulder bash from the Phoveus, Spear of Misery from Zippy, yada yada with Nico too. And this Phoveus is really taking control of the game right now, but I don't know if he's going to survive a 1v3.
He's taking so much attention, and now they try to burst him down. Ken is nearby though, and they don't know it. Upa TZ fortunately has the flicker, so he gets to survive, but that was a close call. And still, they don't get to take down Kun. Nico, nearby, using the lantern flares. Oh, there was the ejector trying to save Hesu, but then the Crimson Beacon was also committed. So at least they get to keep everyone safe.
Mythic Seal now the ones playing it incredibly slow and clinical. They're no longer the team we saw in game number 1 in the lead, while being in the lead. Maybe LaFell was right. Maybe they just got to start off behind, and then they'll come back with discipline. So far, that's been the name of the game. SNB goal difference. Look at that. 762 goal lead on the Phoveus. There are ways to beat the CC in lane, and Kun is doing it. Curtain call baited out.
Kun is showing us how, but Flick tries to go for Ken actually. This is actually the first time they get to take a kill away, or the second time they get to take a kill away from Kun, but Fist break, Fiskra again. Upa TZ in danger, but still finds the double kill. Upa TZ gets taken out too though, so that's a 2-for-1. But the turtle fight's still going on.
Cancelled out, electrifying beats, now the Phantom Execution as well. Turtle reset! Nico in the midst of it all, Flick wins out the red tree, and Nico will fall to Jesus yo-yos as the curtain call locks him down. Mythic Seal, while being in the lead again, some odd initiations, overextending Kun without Flicker 1v1.
I'm surprised they're actually able to win out the prolonged team fights even without Upa TZ. Like Corinthians Esports, they were able to proceed, I think, just regroup, reset for a moment, not a full reset even, then proceed with the fight. And that was all the while Upa TZ was down. So it's an interesting way that they were able to deal with the fight. I think we'll be seeing that in this instant replay.
Yeah.
So they've been trying to target down Kun, and they've been successful in doing so, again at the expense of Upa TZ. But who would have thought they'd be the ones actually able to fight longer?
I think it just comes down to them being too split up at the start. They went in 1-by-1. Mythic Seal, hold up.
Oh, are they gonna go for this? Oh, wow! Ken could barely move. Flicker used supposedly to Kun. Yes, but that was committed onto Hesu. Nonetheless, still a pick-off for Corinthians Esports, but they're still struggling to convert into objectives.
Back to my point earlier, I think for Mythic Seal, they just fall into habits, bad habits, so fast. Like, they would come back, they would be behind, and then they'll be like, all right, we've got to play discipline. Once they win, they go back to be like, oh, I'm just going to walk up like this. You know, they deal damage, but I was able to 1v3 earlier, so I can do it again.
Yeah.
It's different. It's different, especially because, Kun, you didn't have Flicker. You had Flicker the first time when you 1v3'd. Kun just took too much in the turtle fight earlier, and it became too chill, yo.
They can't forget about the small things.
They really can't. When you're starting the fight alone with a quarter of HP, as the main front line at this point of the game, you need to be a bit healthy.
Okay, Zippy might be sensing danger here, by the way. Upa TZ is not alone, but Zippy, he actually hesitates, doesn't go for the recall just yet, and Corinthians might be able to set up for this upcoming Lord.
Wow.
That's a fleeting time?
This is a utility Zetian. Frost La Nieve has built a fleeting time. It's really just working a peel. Number one, it's a peel for Upatizi. Second, that global ult for the stun. It's a utility Zetian as they go for the Lord.
Okay, SOD, that'll connect. That'll be a huge problem. Oh yeah! Gets the last hit on the Lord, and the fight is still going. Kun might be traded down here, but Upatizi, very dangerous, will be the target for Zippy, but he goes for Hesu first, and still will be able to catch up somehow, but they need to commit the conceal. 3 members in exchange of only Kun and Upatizi. Now make that 4.
Mythic Seal just need to be behind for them to win. They are behind, we're behind, and then they had a clinical fight around the Lord. Corinthians didn't know what hit them. The conceal cancel with the Dark Wave onto 2 was beautiful by Kun, and a Lantern Flare for Frost La Nieve. Remember, no damage. It's utility build, so defending this is gonna be quite hard.
That's why when they don't get to be or to pull off these successful setups, Corinthians esports are definitely gonna struggle. Like, those ejector plays are gonna be very important. Those targets are gonna be very important. But now what's more important is the way they're able to defend this objective, this Lord. They've already lost all of their holy shields, and that'll mean a lot for Mythic Seals, who were sort of on the seesaw for this game.
It's been a roller coaster of a game here. Back and forth, damage dealt ranking. It's still, wow, Upatizi, and despite the fleeting time, still Frost La Nieve. Hey, you know what? Never mind, he does deal damage. Hey, maybe fleeting time is just the way to go. Maybe that just adds into the damage because you can spam your ult a bit more, and then it leads up to more damage.
Maybe that's where it's coming from. If
That
you
might
get to
be where
use
it's
it
coming
every
from.
now and then.
Yeah. Sky Piercer, though, for Upatizi, it's at an all-time low. It's not looking real good right now. Conceal does feel like a desperate one, and even they're confused. They pop a Conceal, and they're like, wait, we shouldn't be going in. 70 seconds on the Lord. There's no reason for us to Conceal.
There's no information either. All the waves are synced in top, mid, and bot, but you see no one from Mythic Seal, so you have no way to guarantee that you could actually go for something near the Lord pit. Very questionable for Corinthians esports. So it seems like Mythic Seals are still able to hold their ground and not do anything because they know that they shouldn't do anything or need not to do anything.
I think if Mythic Seal sees that replay, they're just going to be like, oh, okay. Because that was one of the conceals of all time. Now this is a conceal.
Okay, the SOD doesn't land. And there's the Fury of the Phoenix in an attempt to stop them in their tracks, but multiple members get stunned by Mythic Seals. Hesu and Luis, the front liners are down. They get to take out Kundo, but Zippy, what a brave attempt from the gold laner of Mythic Seals. Nearly gets taken down too.
Oh man, that was so unfortunate. I don't know if Upa targeted that because I think it did, you know, because it only goes to the target that's visible. He didn't go for the shot straight onto Zippy. That might have killed him, might have not, again. But hey, in the end, that was worth it for Mythic Seal. They lost Kun for the price of Luis and Hesu, but they're not actually blitzing the Lord. As long as the Lancelot's still alive, they still have a shot. That's a fist crack.
Oh, a beautiful catch. Ken was brought down to almost 60% in that sequence, though, and they know the resources that were used. So that might mean a lot for Corinthians esports now that they've been able to all catch up in this potential Lord fight. So is Kundo.
Zippy, oh my Lord.
Oh, look at the damage from Zippy. They get to receive that curtain call, however, and the Fury of the Phoenix does a great job. Oh! Corinthians esports actually get the objective, but will they be able to make it out alive? That is going to be the question. Hezu doing his best to delay, but they lose 4 members in the process. It's only Luis standing alone.
And the Lord will spawn up top. As long as Mythic Seal time it right here, it's going to spawn in, and they will not have to deal with the Lord. 15 seconds on Frost La Nieve. There you have it. They wait for it, and they will have the route to go for the equalizer.
They went for the flicker, and they gain access to the base. It seems like Group A indeed is becoming